What's up, gang? Hope you're well. This video, you guys asked me to have a look at. I don't know why, I've never heard of Darryn Group 82. Never heard of him, but looking at all of his videos, I'm like, this is exactly my type of content. So I don't know why I've never seen any of his videos, but this is the closest thing I've seen to Kobe Bryant, Darryn Peterson film breakdown and scouting report. I'm interested in this. This seems like the type of stuff I like to watch. We'll have a quick look. Yeah, Darryn Group 82. Go follow, go like, go subscribe, and we'll see what it is.
Darryn Peterson from Canton, Ohio. Besides Tyran Stokes, this has been the most requested video that everyone has been asking me to do. And I appreciate when y'all ask me to do these videos because it keeps me on my P's and Q's.
Same. When you guys request videos, it's really cool because it's like there's so many like this. I don't know who Darryn Group 82 is, but you guys request them and suggest, and it helps me find new content.
Understandably so, why everybody was requesting this video. You know, you have had a lot of great moments in your senior year. I saw you play in person versus AJ in Kentucky. You had a great game there. What was it, a month later when you went down there?
This is the game we broke down, pretty sure. Or the highlights we broke down.
Atlanta and played AJ again. His dad called me and said that was the best high school game he had ever seen, where you gave AJ 61 points. And so I started really studying your tape and really breaking it down. And if there's anybody else who y'all want me to break down, there's anybody else y'all want me to do a scout report on, you see I read the comments. The video gets requested by a lot of people. I'm going to do it. Go in the comments right now and put in there who you want me to do a video on next. I promise I read the comments and I will put your comment on the screen. So go do that right now. You are someone, Darryn, who reminds me of Kobe Bryant. I'm not talking 24 Mamba. I'm talking about the young 8
Kobe.
You do not have the back to the basket game because the game that Kobe grew up watching, the Michael Jordan game, was very post-oriented. The game of today is very face-up oriented. But you move like Kobe. You take tough shots like Kobe. Hit tough shots like Kobe.
I haven't watched enough of these guys to know, so.
When you're locked in defensively, and I'm going to really get into that in this video, you defend at a high level like Kobe did. And there are some of Kobe's weaknesses that you also have. You have the ability to be one of the best scorers of this generation. And I have yet to say that about anyone I've done these breakdowns on.
I mean, he did have 61. 61 is 61. That's tough.
There was a real debate about who was going to be #1 in this class between you and AJ. There's still a debate about who's going to be the #1 overall pick in the.
Okay, wait. So is Darryn Group? Is this a group, or is this one person that does these videos?
2026 NBA draft. You're going to Kansas next year, playing for a Hall of Fame coach and Bill Self. You're going to be in the Big 12. AJ.
That's crazy. Bill Self getting one of the top recruits, and from what we saw in that video, there was not a lot of defense happening, team defense happening. So I'm excited to see what he's going to do defensively. If he's as good as what the Darryn guy is saying, what he's going to do in a system like Kansas, like what that defense is going to look like next year.
It's going to be.
All right, this is a long intro. I'm sorry. Go watch his video. Go like, subscribe. I'm not trying to watch, not in a negative way. I don't like when people just rip others like entire videos. So I'll try to edit into parts so I'm not getting the whole thing.
Top prep, and you have an innate ability of scoring that can be trained and can be taught, but the mental capacity and how you get after things is just something that you rarely see in high school kids. That red line going down the middle of the floor, that is the midline. As you can see, everybody is nearly at the left of the midline. So you should be going to the right side, surveying that open area of the floor, which you decide to do. The ball screen comes. Now, if I was you, I would have loved for you to center and get to where I call the red zone, the middle of the floor, and pull up for a 23-foot jump shot.
We talk about this a lot with our breakdown, especially like, again, the more we watch, when you watch a lot of EuroLeague basketball, like this pick and roll here, there's no defense. Like this is drop coverage. Nothing is happening here. Like sprint to here, and it's going to force this defender to have to either run with you, or if he doesn't go with you because they don't want to switch, like it's just going to leave you open for that shot, just like he's talking about. Well done.
Talk about your shooting a little bit later, but you don't do that. You look to get to the basket. Here you are, completely trapped And the right play would be for you to get that corner.
And also, real quick, that's why if you get all the way to the top of the key, it literally opens everything up for you. So when this double happens, that pass to the corner is actually a lot shorter of a pass now.
Here you are, completely.
But I think they're in flow. I think we saw this last game. So I'm pretty sure they're running flow offense, which this is the other post player, it looks like, that starts on the block. He lifts up. Spacing could be a little bit better for their team, but the right thing to do out of a pick and roll. And I don't know if I would really necessarily run flow too much with players like this. I'd probably have a little bit different of a pick and roll offense, one with a little bit more spacing, a little bit less rules, and more just reads. Less rules, more reads probably. So that side pick and roll, sprinting to the top of the key, it opens everything up. But also these guys should be shifting as well. Maybe get one into the dunker spot or a back cut.
Trapped.
But you can tell they're just ready to run through the offense. So it should be a pass here. Then this guy would back cut, and then it'd be a dribble handoff to the side maybe.
And the right play would be for you to get that corner skip pass to Mozzie, which is something that we're going to talk about a little bit later as well. You have nowhere to go. But what do? You get creative, split.
And then this right here.
A little bit later as well.
I think he's talking about it.
You have no.
AJ DeBansta did this game. Darryn Peterson did this game. This is not good basketball. When I say good basketball, it's not like high IQ basketball, and that's what frustrates me. I think I don't know what they're teaching. Maybe he's uncoachable. Maybe all these guys are uncoachable. I don't know. I don't know. But I see this so much in high school where this play gets made.
Where to go? But what do you?
And everyone is going to be like, yeah, just like we drew it up. Yeah, we're so good. We. And it's like, nah, him. Like that's not a normal play to get trapped here, split the double team, and shoot a floater from the elbow, contested with two players. Like that's not normal. That's not normal, but he's hitting those shots, so it makes everyone else look good. Like we can get this kid some easier shots. We can teach him a little bit more. Like we deserve, as coaches, like we should be doing more here in America. We should be doing more for our best players, for everyone, obviously, but for these top players, we get more out of them than they get out of us. We all ride their coattails and go, I coached this kid, I coached him, I trained him, I did this. It's like, yeah, what about the other 1,000 players you coached that you didn't help them? This guy carried you. That's what's happening.
You get creative.
And we saw that with AJ DeBansta too.
Split and knock this down. That is Kobe Bryant-esque, the innate ability to put the ball in the basket.
This was really good. This was good defense as well.
Down. That is Kobe Bryant-esque.
Arriving on the pick and roll on time defensively. Okay, maybe not great defense. Darryn Peterson, like if he's the number 2 player in the country, like you got to be there on the catch. Because now when this pick and roll happens, that's where the separation is. You want to be attached, force him over the screen so he can help, and that hedge probably needs to be a bit more aggressive. It needs to be up the floor. So staying attached up the floor. So actually not great pick and roll defense. Actually pretty average pick and roll defense, but very great offensive play. Splitting the screen.
Put the ball.
Now he's got a 2-on-1 here. He's got a kick out for the 3, and if this guy spaces to the corner, yeah, if they had better spacing, then he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 options. Not good defense. This is actually not good defense, but this is a great play because in college, all of those guys are going to be in the right spots on offense.
I love how you consistently put pressure on the rim. This is a play that y'all run a lot. As soon as you get it, you immediately how you can.
Again, this is why America, like, this is probably another high-level team. I mean, it's 49-42. Oh, prolific prep, Utah prep. Yeah, these are some of the top teams in the country. So the problem here, 3 needs to be attached. But look at it, like not being attached, not sprinting through. That's impossible to guard elite players when you're not attached to them on the screen. And then here, it's the exact same problem. Be attached to your man, force him up the lane, but you get split again. So we're just seeing like elite offense, very terrible for this level of player, like what these players would be capable of playing, very bad defense. And this is what frustrates me. They're probably playing and practicing. They're probably practicing how many hours a day? 3-4 hours a day. And some of these prep schools, like it's full time. Some of these prep schools are so focused on basketball that they're not really doing much school, but they're doing a ton of basketball. How do we not have them playing the same defensive level that the under 18 Spain team is playing, under 18 Germany team is playing that we just watched. I think those are my biggest frustrations when I'm watching these high school games. And then that's what makes it really hard to, and this is nothing against Darryn Group, this is why I just don't think scouting is that important in high school. It's like, what are we looking for? Of course, of course he's good. We just saw what he did. Split the screen, he takes off from the elbow and hits a floater, and then he just split the screen again. He goes and dunks on their big man. Like, of course he's good, but what are we doing? Like, that's, anyone can see that, right?
Most guys are scared to put pressure on the rim, but this is something you're always reading and looking for. Right here, as a primary ball handler, you're reading that low man. You did a phenomenal job doing that. You see he's out over there to that right pinch post area. Little hezzy, get to the paint, left hand finish.
Oh, crazy finish.
All elite scorers at the college level put constant pressure on the rim. So if you want to lead the nation in scoring next year,
again, like this pick and roll defense in high school is just like non-existent. It's bad. It is really bad. And one of the things we always said when we were in Australia to our juniors, well, actually, like me amongst a lot of my coaching friends would say this, and this was a big point. So this is why we'd go back to our juniors and we'd teach the things we taught. If you can't defend the pick and roll, you can't play basketball. Like you're not going to win many games. You can't defend the pick and roll because that's the way the game is going. It's kind of easy to teach a pick and roll because this isn't even a good screen. He's just walking down. Nothing is happening.
Pressure.
And he just goes full speed left.
On the rim.
No help. 2 dribbles from the logo and gets pretty much a dunk. Like, that's not good defense.
You want to lead the nation in scoring next year when you're at Kansas, you got to continue to do that. I love what you do when you come off a ball.
So it's a switch. Let's see what they do here on the switch.
Ball screens. You do this little hop. All young players need to pay attention to that. That hop gets you on the balls of your feet, puts your defender on their heels, and you get to survey the floor and read it. You go into a cross your defender.
So I think the screener should have just dove, right? Like
on their heels, and you get to survey the floor and read it. You go into a crossover, AJ reaches, but the right play should be to pass to your teammate at the top of the key. In college and NBA, that's what you need to do. But right here in high school, you do what you want to do.
I don't think so. Again, yeah, it's the right play to throw it because he's created a closeout, but I think the right play right play is to throw it like literally right this second, or for the post to dive, or since that's a big, like when AJ came off that, the hop is nice, but maybe you just go full speed right now.
Read it.
Yeah, like right now is the time to go. I think that's the right play, right? Is just to go full speed to the basket. He's leaving. We spoke about this when we were breaking down the high school game. Like the defense was so bad, and it's so hard for me to watch, and I hate talking negatively about it because these are kids that are capable of playing elite defense if they're taught. I don't think they're taught the right way. So it sounds like I'm saying, oh, terrible defensive play, AJ Dubin. You guys suck at defense. But it's just they're not taught properly. And then this right here, the read is like, as soon as he leaves, you go. So even offensively, we're just not taught fundamentally, but he just makes a great play.
You go into
like he ends up just making it tougher than what it is. So you had an open three, you had an open drive to where it would be one-on-one at the rim.
A crossover, AJ reaches, but the right play should be
it's just bad offense and bad defense all around.
Pass to your teammate at the top of the key. In college and NBA, that's what you need to do. But right here in high school, you do what you want to do.
Cool.
Right now in high school, things are easy. Right now,
this right here, look where they're catching the ball, and then defensively, look where they're playing. Just so far off. You let a guy that's a lead on offense go full speed downhill, not being attached with a ball screen, you're already beat.
Things are light. Like I said, you're able to do whatever you want to do, and these are easy. Things are light.
The problem here is the spacing. Again, this is just let me try to guess what Darryn's going to say here. He's going to say it's a bad shot because he had 2 guys on him. Be more patient, maybe get all the way to the basket or drag him out to the 3. I think the problem, though, offensively is on that pick and roll, we need a guy lifting. We need a guy lifting up here. So on this read, you watch the tag man. and you've got 2 on you, well, it's just a skip. It's a skip over here to the wing. So now you've got a 2-on-1. So it's a skip to the wing for a 3 or one more pass to the corner. That's actually the right play. If this guy stayed with his man in the corner, then the lob is there, right? So I think he's probably going to not blame, but he's probably going to say what Darryn needs to do better. But to me, again, this is just, I don't know if they're taught. I don't think they're doing the right thing.
Able to do whatever you want to do, and this has developed.
Or is he going to say throw corner?
Some bad habits with you. That last play showed the bad habit. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. But this one is
I'm interested to see what he says, what the bad habit was.
Good thing you did, but we're going to see a bad clip of this as well. Ball screen's there. If I was you, I'd have came going down to the right side, but you decide not to do that. You push cross, reject the ball screen, and this puts your defender's outside foot completely flat. Since his foot is flat, he's not able to move. You pull up 3.
Again, that's I mean, you could break it down, but
he's not able to move. You pull up 3. Your ball screen reads have to get better. Like I said, man, when you come off the ball screen, the pass usually is that cross corner skip. That pass, the pocket pass and teeth of the defense usually isn't there, and you got to be able to read.
Oh, I don't know. So the way I would fix this play right here, I just don't think this is on Darryn. This is what I'm saying. This is why I hate breaking down high school stuff. If I could speak to the coach and be like, hey, what do you guys work on? What are some things you're teaching? Then it would be easier. And I also don't want to rag on the coaches. So I don't want to rag on the players, don't want to rag on the coaches. This is, in the big scheme of things, it's a low level of basketball because it's high school, right? It's not college, it's not NBA. So they're okay to not be perfect and everything. But I do think we owe our players. This guy is like elite of the elite, one of the best players in his age group in the entire world. They should also have one of the best coaches at that age group in the entire world. Not most popular coaches or not coaches that has a great reputation, but a really good coach that can teach. Like these guys need to be taught. This, to me, the way I would fix this, again, this is just offensive stuff that we need to drill in with our players. Number 10, apparently you guys were telling me he was legit as well. But he's played really well, like standing in the corner, spacing and attacking closeouts. He's in the right spot. Obviously, we want to be completely in the corner if we can, just to give a little bit more space, put this guy in a tougher spot. So all the way in the corner. As the ball dribbles to you, you want to go away from it, like go to the corner to create space. As it goes away, you want to eat up that space so that pass is easier. So anyways, just right here, go to the corner because he's dribbling at you. This post player should dive straight away.
Your ball screen reads have to get better.
Dive straight away, straight to the rim. Just he needs to put pressure on this tag defender, straight to the rim. Don't round it out. Don't go slow. Don't turn around and look. Straight to the rim and just bury him, like head under the rim is where he needs to go on that roll. This player lifting because he's dribbling away, right? Shorten the pass. So he needs to shorten the pass. This corner, shorten the pass a little bit. So about where he's standing, probably one more step, right? The reason why this tag guy, so let me actually, let's get our pin out so it just looks a little better. Right now, because Darryn's dribbling to the left, whoever this is, you need to go further to the corner. He's dribbling to the left, you need to move to the left to shorten the pass. You need to be lifting up a little bit to shorten the pass. Post, diving straight to the rim, okay? Now we look at what the defense has to cover here. You've got two players responsible for 3 players. They can only guard 2 of them at a time. So if the post rolls hard enough, like Darryn drops it off, if this guy steps over to take that away, corner pass is wide open. If this guy goes to the corner, the roll is wide open. I know this looks scribbles all over the screen, but to me, it's just very simple, very basic. This is not a Darryn problem, but what we do is we run this pick and roll set, and we have the structure of it, we have the bones of it, but everyone's not doing their job. So then we're asking Darryn to do what he's done the last play: split in between, shoot an elbow floater. Yeah, make a play here and hit a pull-up 3 from the three-point line. We're asking him to do things that I just don't think it's his fault. And he's making these plays, and when it doesn't work, it's like, oh, he should have made the right play.
better.
I don't understand how the right play is that pass to the corner, because we saw it when we broke it down.
Man, when you
this guy's like 6'8". It looks like he looks like he's about 6'8", and he's long. That pass to the corner is tough over that double team.
The pass usually is that cross corner skip. That pass, the pocket pass and teeth of the defense usually isn't.
And we saw with Milos Teodosic, he almost always went to, since he's right-handed, he was almost coming off the pick and roll to his right. So if that corner pass was open, he had the right-handed hook pass. And that's another thing we just don't work on over here, like how to throw those passes properly, how to work on and practice these fundamentally. But that right-handed hook pass, he would sling that to the corner. But when he was going left, he wasn't, because that's a way harder pass. But you can still lab it out. You can still work on it.
There, you got to be able to read.
Kept his dribble alive, which is fine, but you want to see what's happening. So yes, that's open, but by the time he throws that there, it's easy to close that out. Everyone's there. So I see it's open, but I don't, and we saw it when we broke it down. He did that skip pass to number 10 in the corner. It didn't open anything up. It's just a really tough pass. The NBA, the court's a little wider. The guys are a little bit better shooters. That pass is a little bit more on time. It works at that level. High school level, these guys just need to be better on time with their offense. I just think the offense wasn't sharp. Not on Darryn.
That cross skip. You do the same thing you did on the last play.
Now he's got one-on-one to the basket. This is fine, I think.
Check the ball screen to a push cross going to the left. I would love for you to do a step back and pull up at that left wing, but you decided not to do that. You drove into the teeth of the defense, and then you turned the ball over.
This is a great drive. You drew 3 defenders, kick out over here, right? So I don't necessarily disagree with Darryn. I would love to have a conversation with Darryn, actually. Like, obviously he knows his basketball, but I mean, I think he made the right play. I would just show Darryn on game film, like, okay, you drew 3, like, kick it to your teammates. Yeah, that's the right drive. That's fine. Also, why is this a bad shot? Or does he turn it over? He said he turned it over. So let's actually see. He might not shoot this. Oh, he threw a lob. Okay, yeah, this is fine. I think this is fine. You just watch on film, and you sit down with Darryn.
For the defense, and then you turn the ball over.
And you watch on film, and this was open too. Yeah, it's fine. This is fine. These are the mistakes that are going to happen in a game. This was individual brilliance to get into the key. Like, the play didn't work. He just one-on-one went to basket, got into the decision box, we call it. You just got to make a better decision. That's fine. I think it was fine. I don't think talking about that pick and roll and everything that broke down, the offense broke down, but that wasn't his fault. If he would have thrown it to that corner, I doubt they'd get anything out of that. This was the right play. 2 feet in the key, just make a better pass. And you sit down, you watch it with him on game film. And if you say, hey, Darryn, what would you have done here differently? He probably says to you, oh, actually, yeah, I had number 3 in the corner. Oh, I should have kicked it out to number 10. Yeah, my bad. I just thought he was going to jump up and dunk that, which if he can dunk that and they throw that lob a lot, like, maybe it was the right play. I think it was fun.
Mistakes, they aren't things that you aren't capable of. You just aren't making the right reads. What I just asked you to do on the other end, you just did right here. Capable of.
Hold on. So Darryn's asking him to shoot a step back 3.
The thing about your mistakes, they aren't things that.
So Spain pick and roll looks like a Spain pick and roll, a little bit out of position. I think the read here again, Darryn's you've got the big one-on-one. You've got the mismatch. They just switched. You got the 6'8" kid one-on-one, number 2 player in the nation. I would just want full speed. I just want full speed right. So off of this drag screen, I guess they're setting, I would just want Darryn at the point of attack. Just go full speed right, get something to the basket. If you go full speed right and then he has to run with you full speed right to cut you off, then that 3 is going to be open. So like, he ends up hitting this, but I still think this is not NBA level, not college level. It needs to be full speed.
You aren't capable of.
Like, look how open the lane is. The lane is wide open. Again, he hits it, and that's a good shot for him. But that wasn't the solution. I just don't think that's the solution down there.
You just aren't making the right reads. What I just asked you to do on the other end, you just did right here. But you decide on the other end.
Like, the play wasn't a step back 3. The play is to kick here. He can shoot that step. He can shoot a step back 3 anytime. There's no one in high school that's going to stop him shooting a step back 3. That'll always be there.
To turn the ball over instead of shooting that wide open 3. You have to.
And it wasn't wide open. It was a step back over a 6'8" guy. It still wasn't wide open.
On the other end,
watch this.
Turn the ball over instead of shooting that wide open three. You have to understand that when you get.
Exact same thing we're just talking about, right? What was the difference? So was the solution, think about what we're talking about, was the solution to shoot a step back three, or was the actual real solution to go full speed off of this screen? This is pretty much the same action. This is pretty much the same action we just saw. Gets the pick and roll here, exact same spot. It's just not transition. Last time it was transition, this time it's on a side ball screen. Still running this Spain kind of action, I guess. Yeah, Spain pick and roll here. So, but off the screen, they switch. It's just full speed downhill. It's the exact same setup we just saw. Darryn is saying should have been a step back three. But why shouldn't this be a step back three? Why didn't he shoot a step back three here? The real play is to go full speed off the pick and roll. And if they switch, the big he can't stop you. He's not quick enough. Full speed downhill. Now they're going to have to do something else defensively because full speed downhill is going to kill us. If you're guarding number 2 player in the nation and you're a big man and you force him into a step back three, I think that's pretty good. I live with that. But if he does this, oh yeah, timeout. We got to figure that out. We got to do something else. And now I want to see what Darryn says about this, because this is the same setup but different result. And we can't be we have to be process driven. We can't be results driven. So just because he hit that three, you can't say it's good. And just because he turned it over down there on the other end can't be bad. It's like, got to break it down and understand why was it good, why was it bad, and whose fault was it?
Shooting that wide open three. You have to understand that when you get to the Big 12, when you shooting that wide open three, you have to understand.
What was the problem here? And we talk about this in our one-on-ones. What was the problem?
Get
fading away at the bump. Just cut him off. Wide open layup.
To the Big 12. When you get to the NBA.
I think that's the right play. Tell me if I'm wrong. Again, not process driven, but results driven. Tell me if I'm wrong. I think this is the right play.
You have to understand that when
in the NBA, if Shai gets to right here in the NBA, so right now he's saying he reminds him of Kobe. What does Kobe do right here in the NBA at 19? That's a dunk, right? What does Shai do? Veers into him and gets an and one. Like, to me, you've beat the defender, shoulders completely around him.
And
then he shoots like a fadeaway runner.
To the Big 12. When you get to the NBA, you just can't do what you want to do. You have to do what the defense is allowing you to do.
It's the exact same thing. It's just full speed off the screen. It's the exact same thing. He just happened to make this one.
What you want to do. You have to do.
Yeah, full speed off the screen, Spain pick and roll. It's the Spain pick and roll every time.
What the defense is allowed.
And now you've drawn the corner help. So you've got kick out here. You've got the kick out here. But again, most of the times he's just going up and finishing.
You to do and read the defense at an exceptionally high level. I love this play that y'all run right here. You throw the ball to the top of the key for the out of bounds. You get a great screen from Mozzie. At the NBA level, you got to sprint to that right wing, and that's a pull-up three. You got to knock that down, catch and shoot three. You don't.
Hold on. But at the NBA level, when is that pass going to get there too? That he threw it
right wing.
Right now, as a passer, you read the defense, you read the defender, and right here, you throw it before he's open.
Pull-up three. You got to knock that down.
So right when you catch, like that pass should already leave his hands. Like, he's wide open. That pass should already be here. So when he catches, it's a three, or he should be curling, and you should be leading him to the basket.
Catch and shoot.
But look when he catches it.
Three.
You want him to shoot that? You want him to shoot that? He didn't finish what he was saying, so I'll let him finish. But that shot was never going to happen. Too slow of a pass.
You don't do that because it's high school. Do what you want to do.
It's not because do what you want to do. It's because this guy threw a slow-ass pass.
You know that screen's coming, so you're automatically on your left foot going that way. Against an elite defender, that's going to be a tail. This is a bad defender. Look, he's on his heels. He's dead in the water. You get your shoulders to that guy's hip, dunk.
So I don't know if he's critiquing or if he's just showing. Because to me, I just don't see a problem with that play. I think that's, again, it's just individual brilliance. Yes, he could have gone back this direction, but it's the short side of the court. There's 3 There's 4 people over in this small space.
Look,
I like this middle pick and roll. Get back to the middle where there's one defender and it's super open. Again, it's their Spain pick and roll kind of set. Is it a set that they run or just a read?
in the water. You get your
Attacks the big full speed. I don't know. Every time they switch or hedge like this, if you can get around the big, I think it's very simple. I don't think it's that complicated.
shoulders to that guy's hip.
And then you just live with what happens. Yeah, he got blocked one time, but look how many times he's getting downhill and dunking or getting and ones.
Dunk. Because of the offensive autonomy you've had in high school, the offensive freedom, like I said, has led to bad habits. You do choreographed moves. You don't read the defenders. You don't read the defense. You have guys beat, and then you add another move or a third move and read the defense. You have guys beat moves. You don't read the defenders.
So they got to switch.
Don't read the defense. You have guys beat, and then you add another move or a third move, and you end up getting your shot blocked or putting yourself in a bad predicament to take a tough contested shot. Start reading the defense. Start sizing up and seeing the open areas of the floor.
I mean, again, this is one of those things we do in America, right? Where we say, like, do the thing. Hey, man, just do the thing. But I think you can you can break it down and show him what he can do here. Again, what you should be hunting at high levels of basketball is hunting mismatches, hunting closeouts. There's no closeout here. There's no mismatch. Why? No need to attack. Just swing it, move it. Let's get through our offense, get that ball moving until we get our mismatch.
You have got.
And right here, this is just individual brilliance. We're putting this kid in a situation of like individual brilliance, figure it out. And then he doesn't. And you're like, you should have done this, should have done that. So I would just break this down and show like what are our options in our offense where we could have got a better look.
You add another move or a third move, and you end up getting your shot.
And then right here, the way I would break this down, you get this pick and roll. I think you turn the corner straight away and just get the same thing we were getting. So turn the corner straight away, and now you've got this big in like a drop scenario. I don't know what our spacing is right here. It's pretty bad. But you want to attack the big, get him in a drop scenario. You can either go full speed this way or depending on what opens up over here, full speed that way. But you get the switch regardless. And then AJ DeBansta gets over. What I would like to see is use that momentum against him because there's nowhere to go. So I would try to open up for a three-pointer here if I was Darryn. I would get my shoulders downhill, and if I can get my arm behind AJ, get like a little shove off and create that space because DeBansta's momentum is already going this way. So if I can shove off and get set, little step back three here, like right here, but instead he doesn't do anything. So I would try to shove him forward, get a little three. If nothing else, I would swing the ball. Offensively, we just need more ball movement, player movement. Again, create a closeout over here if you just swing it. Create a closeout over here. It's a 2-on-1 on this backside if you just swing the ball. Those are the solutions to this play, I think.
Predicament to take a tough contested shot. Start reading the defense.
Again, this just looks like a lot of individual brilliance. They're just asking him to do a lot.
Rising up and seeing the open areas of the floor. There's no reason to rush. You are an elite scorer, so you're going to be able to do whatever it is you want to do. Here you are going up against AJ, who's an elite defender, and you have him beat. Once you cross and go back to the left, that should have been a pull-up jump shot.
I don't know. AJ's pretty long. I think he was second guessing. He probably doesn't practice against a lot of guys like this. I've been here.
You have him beat. Once you cross and go back to the left, that should have.
I don't know if this is a pull up. Like by the time he's about to gather, like AJ's closing that gap. I don't know if that's going to be like a clean look.
Pull up jump shot. You go right back to where he is and get your shot contested.
What I would say actually in this scenario though, especially dribbling the ball up the court, I would just tell Darryn, I'd be like, okay. Brought the ball up the court, great, and you chose to go at their best player. Why? Like, why? If you want to be an efficient scorer, especially when you get to the NBA, almost every player is going to be that athletic, right? They're going to be an AJ DeBansta. But imagine you dribble the ball up the court. You've got Lou Dort guarding you. Why would you ever dribble the ball up and then go one-on-one against Lou Dort? Like, why would you ever do that? I would dribble the ball up and go, they've got Isaiah Hartenstein on the court. Okay, let's try and get a mismatch to where I've got Isaiah Hartenstein on me. Now I can go score on him. I would never try to go one-on-one against Lou Dort. Yes, Isaiah Hartenstein is still an NBA player. He's still elite. He's still really good, but he's not Lou Dort on defense. That's the same thing here. Why would you ever just dribble the ball up and go against AJ DeBansta? Let's get some movement. Again, this is the coaches that got to try and create some mismatches. run your sets, run your stuff, and maybe they are running stuff and Darryn's just refusing to do it. So I hate doing high school stuff because I don't know who to blame. But it's like, get some player movement, some ball movement to hopefully catch it on a closeout, to hopefully catch it with a mismatch and then go downhill. And then you just live with what happens from there. But going against the best player, I don't think the solution wasn't that he didn't shoot the right shot against AJ DeBansta. The solution is not to go one-on-one against AJ DeBansta.
You are going up against AJ, who's an elite defender, and
like, again, pick and roll, like he should dive straight on that screen because they did hedge super hard. It looks like defensively, we don't teach the pick and roll very well, so you don't get a lot of practice offensively against it.
You have him beat. Once you cross and go back to the left, that should have been a pull-up jump shot. You go right back to where he is and get your shot contested. Because you do these choreographed moves and you predetermine where you're going to go, it leads to you being careless with the ball. You had great low post defense right there. We're going to talk about your defense a little bit later, so remember that clip. But here you are, being the point guard, getting to the red zone, as I call it. This is your first year playing point guard. I appreciate the fact that you took on that challenge. Shows the type of player that you are. You go to the right side, and no one's over there. Nothing's over there. So you reset, get it back to the red zone. You come back and you get the ball again, and this time you're going to use that ball screen. And that green arrow, that's where you should have went. That red arrow, that's where you ended up going. That red arrow, that's a dead man's land. That's a perfect place to trap for any great defense. So what happens to you? Turnover. Perfect place.
It's the same thing we talked about earlier, right? Isn't it interesting? I think we overcomplicate it. Like, to me, I would just be saying to Darryn Peterson, every single time you get the ball, especially in that high out position that we call it, if you're in that high out, or I don't know what everyone else calls it, but if you're up here and you get a ball screen, just go downhill full speed. Like it's the same thing we said in the Spain pick and roll stuff. It's just like downhill full speed, like live with whatever happens. You get the switch with the big in a drop situation. It just seems like indecisiveness, and it just seems like a lot of stuff that's very fixable, very easy to lab out. This stuff will get hammered into his head in college because this is just the way the game is played now. I think it just frustrates me because you see under 12s teams, under 14s, under 16s, under 18s, all these teams in other countries that, like, they start doing this stuff very early on. We started teaching multiple ways to defend the pick and roll and attack the pick and roll at under 12s. So the fact that we just don't do that over here in America, and we just live off of individual brilliance, and then these kids transfer to these prep schools, and then we still just live off of their individual brilliance, it just frustrates me so much. So this is more of a critique on the overall system here in America more than it is on, I think, these high school players. This is why I hate breaking down high school players and high school games, because I don't really think we can put too much blame on the players. This is not a player's problem. This is a coaches and system problem. And we got to get better. We got to have a better development system. And this is not on individual coaches. This is just on the whole, the way our system is. It's just not set up very well for success. Kids like Darryn Peterson are going to make it regardless because individual brilliance and freak athletes. AJ DeBansta, he's going to be fine. But it's all these other players that could also sneak through and be really good, but also so we could go overseas and win some games. We're starting to lose some games. I don't like it. So Darryn Group, I'm going to be watching a lot more of your videos. I really like that. It's really interesting. I love having these like different perspectives and going, like, seeing what other coaches think, and giving my thoughts and whatever. So I'm going to watch a lot more of his videos, and he's definitely done his homework, and it sounds like he loves like going and watching these games and understands the scene and all of that. So I'll definitely be watching more. Please, I enjoyed that. Thank you for sending it through, guys. Keep sending through videos. I love you all. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.